Hi everyone, Brad Muller with you to introduce the new radio voice of South Carolina men's basketball and baseball. He is Derek Scott, and he's no stranger to South Carolina athletics. For nearly a decade, he's been involved with different South Carolina broadcasts for, well, almost every sport now, but now it's a full-time gig. Congratulations.
Thank you, Brad. I really appreciate it. I'm excited for this opportunity.
Well, let's talk a little bit about it. Again, you're no stranger to South Carolina athletics. In fact, the last few years, you've been more the face of some of the broadcasts with the SEC Network broadcasts, the SEC Plus broadcast for volleyball, men's and women's basketball, and baseball as well. I think you've got a pretty good head start going in.
Yeah, that's one thing that I feel like is an added bonus is I do know these programs. Been around them this long. You get to know the history. You get to know the personnel and the people. And I think that's certainly advantageous when you move into a role like this.
In addition to nearly a decade here of Gamecock athletics, you spent about a decade at Ohio University as an administrator, but also as a broadcaster there. What is it about radio that you enjoy so much?
Well, I think anytime you can paint the picture of a broadcast for folks that are going to hear it all through your eyes, it's entertaining to me because you have that ability to really tell them the story of the game and then also to tell them the stories and the backstories of the people involved. And I think that's as much a part of it as anything. Is if you are the voice of a team, then you're going to know a lot about those young men and women and can really help tell the great stories that they all have created through the work they've done and just their personalities and giving that a chance to come through. A national broadcast is great, but they don't have the time to get to know your team. And the fans that are watching or listening, that's what they want to know.
Well, in addition to that, touching on that, being the voice of particular programs such as men's basketball here and baseball that, especially in the last few years, have had tremendous success, and you do know those inside stories, but what else is your role as the voice of a program?
I think you serve in an ambassador position in the community. And that's something else I feel good about because, again, that's something I've been doing, working with IMG and Gamecock Sports Marketing for this long period of time. You have a chance to get to know people in the business community and in the community in general, and they know what you do, so they're always going to have questions, and you have a chance to talk to them and tell them those stories. So this just takes it to a bigger platform. But yeah, you have to feel like you're part of this program, and that means helping make the program better each day by telling folks the things that they should know about this team, getting them excited about seasons that are upcoming, games, and individual student athletes and coaches.
Men's basketball season is about to start, and even though we're close to opening tip, I guess you do have an advantage that you know the program pretty well, you know the coaches well.
Right. Frank Martin, since he came to town, is someone I've enjoyed being around greatly. He's just a tremendous individual, a ton of fun, and his staff, great guys as well. From Matt Figger all the way down to Andy Astley as a director of operations. Those are just guys it's good to be around. And with the student athletes, I mean, guys like Dwayne Notice, Sindarius Thornwell, some of these younger players we're all starting to figure out. But no, that's to me going to be a great edge. I'm up to speed on the home team. Now it's just about starting to figure out more about the opposition and the teams you're going to be seeing coming through Colonial Life Arena or meeting up with in other venues.
And we can even look ahead to baseball in the spring, and obviously with you doing the SEC Plus broadcast for baseball, that's about 30 games per year that you've been doing for baseball. Pretty familiar with Chad Holbrook as well.
Absolutely, and even before SEC Network evolved, there was a lot of time where basketball and baseball overlap, of course, and I spent a lot of time in the radio booth with baseball during those events in February and March, and the hardest thing about those years was having to put it away. You would really get engaged with a team, and you get through a Clemson rivalry weekend, and you're absolutely energized, and then suddenly you're kind of having to step away. And I'm really excited that won't be something I have to step away from now.
What are you looking forward to the most?
I think right now I'd say November 11th. The first opportunity to put on the headset and call the play-by-play and get fans used to my style of delivery, and then have the chance to get the feedback from the fans and the coaches and players, and you always want to service those people and make sure you're giving them a product that they are enjoying listening to. And so yeah, that day is certainly high on my list. And then when you get into mid-February, opening day for baseball, those are always exciting times.
All right, Derek. Well, let's get ready. Let's get ready to go to work.
Absolutely. It's past time to do that, really, and I think with media days taking place right now, that's a pretty good alarm clock for all of us. Get to it.
Well, congratulations and best of luck this year.
All right, thanks, Brad.
All right, for Derek Scott, I'm Brad Muller.